this is a huge day. You know, a lot of times we come up with these ideas about projects and they kind of linger and we're like, well, do we have money? We don't. They run into big hurdles. We can't overcome them. But this has been a project not like that. We found, I think we started working on this. Jeff's got a timeline he'll talk about. But we came up with this idea. We do a lot of work that benefits NASJRB and the surrounding communities with our staff. We have a small defense planning team. Most of them are here today. They do awesome work. And we work through an office called the Office of Local Defense Community Cooperation. They're a branch of the DoD that funds a lot of our work around NASJRB. And basically their focus is largely outside the fence lines of our military installations. And how do we focus on issues like encroachment and stormwater, which this is a huge one, environmental issues, all kinds of issues that affect military bases. We work with this group in DC. I wish it would always work this good, but a classic example of how we can bring resources from the local governments, from the regional government, the council governments, from the state, in this case the defense and the military folks, and this sort of all comes together. So this is our first big DSIP project in North Texas, and what's exciting about it, why we're here today, quite frankly, is we really want to show the Department of Defense, the folks in Washington, that these communities in North Texas can come together and build these kind of projects. But for us, the great part is you've got all levels of government coming together and actually making this work and leveraging local and federal dollars. And of course, the other really cool part about this project, I think it's an amazing project where you have, we're really addressing stormwater. And we all know we don't get rain very often now, but when we do, it comes in buckets. And we've had some major flooding in this part of this area on top of the Armory facility and their parking lot, but over in White Settlement in a neighborhood. And so a project like this that can come together and serve both the military and the neighborhood, you know, that's really cool.
If you were here prior to the digging of the drainage ditch, you would find it like it basically was a sloping piece of land, and all the water did was just slope into neighborhoods that don't have the ability to handle all the water slope, going into their backyards. I'd like to thank the Texas National Guard and the Texas Department of Defense, because if without y'all, we wouldn't be able to do this. Whether you realize it or not, your collaboration on this, as well as the City of Fort Worth's collaboration on this, gave us a piece of land to dig the drainage ditch. It's not in our city. So the drainage just resides outside of our city limits. The Naval Air Station Joint Reserve Base, NRHJRB, without their support and without Lockheed's support, writing the letters to tell the federal government this actual project helped out, we probably would not have gotten this project, because we're a little city. Nobody would have known that we even existed. But they do know that our military friends and a manufacturing facility the size of Lockheed does exist, and so with their support, that was a big help for us getting this taken care of. I want to talk about a timeline. So in 2020, the City of White Settlement identified the need for the drainage project, and we got together and started work on this area back behind, on the backside, I guess, of the National Guard. In 2021, White Settlement coordinated with the City of Fort Worth, the National Guard, and the Texas Military Defense on the drainage project to place the drainage channel outside of our city limits, but within an area that really benefited the Guard as well as our community, so that it had had multifaceted positivities for the people in this area. In 2022, the North Texas Council of Governments approached the City of White Settlement and coordinated a successfully getting us an award of a $1.3 million grant from the United States Department of Defense, which those of you that are in the Department of Defense, or at least you deal with them, that's a big lift for us. And that was through their Office of Local Defense Community Cooperation, the OLDCC, and the Defense Community Infrastructure Pilot Point Program. That's a lot to say, but those things wouldn't have gotten done. In 2023, the City of White Settlement finalized the project, the construction, including all the requirements, permits, and environmental clearances. What that really means is that we found out we had to do an environmental study. You ever dealt with with the federal government. We had to come out here and do an environmental study after we were really planning on getting started, which slowed our project down about a year. And in that environmental study, we also had to make sure that we had permits from the city of Fort Worth to allow us to work on the city of Fort Worth's property. The city of White Settlement was awarded the construction to Fort Worth Civil Construction, and then they're our local contractor, and then it got started. And then 2025, construction is scheduled to complete at the end of this year, so this is a 5-year project.
First, I want to start off with a great heartfelt thank you for bringing this project to fruition. I will say in the past, the lack of drainage has definitely had an adverse impact to our facility, which in turn has an impact to our equipment posture and potentially our readiness and ability to respond to state emergencies. And the fact that it also floods up the local neighborhoods and residents out here is definitely concerning as well. But thankfully the issue had been identified and is getting resolved thanks to the folks in this room. And it's always great when we get to partner with our local communities and leaders and city governments and help each other out. Hopefully that's something that we're able to continue moving forward. And this way we're able to get out there and do what we're supposed to be doing, is responding to where the real flooding is at, because it's all about Texans serving Texans.